Have you ever wondered exactly what is the law of attraction, and better yet, how you can use it to be able to manifest and reach all your goals that you are trying to accomplish? Well, in this video, I'm going to break down as simply as I can what the law of attraction is, and then also teach you exactly how you can use it, what mistakes you could possibly be making that is actually hindering you from taking advantage of the law of attraction. So what is the law of attraction to begin with? Well, if you watched The Secret or read the book, The Secret gives this explanation of basically the law of attraction is where you can think positive thoughts, and as long as you are able to do that and keep your energy and frequency at a high level, then you're basically able to attract those things into your life. Now, though, in my personal belief, there is truth to this, and a lot of people categorize the law of attraction in the whole new age kind of woo category. But I mean, I honestly think that the law of attraction isn't just a new age thing. It's a law of the universe, and it's a law that God himself designed and orchestrated, very similar to any of the other natural laws that we have in our world, like the law of gravity. I think where it becomes new age is when we take God away from the picture, and then we just say it's a way for us to manifest whatever we want to do. At that point, that's not what it truly is, and I think that's where the misconception lies. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic. The whole premise of The Secret, though, left out one big thing. The law of attraction is not just about how you think about things, but it also has to deal with the actions that you take, because let's be real, and a lot of people notice this after sitting there meditating for days at a time, trying to manifest, whatever they want in their life, and then nothing happens. It's because you're sitting down on your couch doing nothing. You actually have to do something in order to take what you are thinking, take what you are imagining, take whatever you are contemplating about in the spiritual realm, which is your mind and your imagination, and pull it into the physical realm. You have to actually transmute that, which is doing something, in order for that thing to take place. That could come in different ways, like opportunities, other people, but the most important part of this is that you actually have to do something. So a lot of people use the law of attraction to attract positive things into their lives, whether they want better health, wealth, better relationships, etc., etc. Right now, in this day and age, we are at a point in history where it is the most easiest time to become wealthy and to become rich and to be financially free and stable compared to any other time period in the past. But even though that is the case right now, a lot of people still find themselves struggling. People are still living check to check. A lot of people are in debt. A lot of people don't have savings, robbing Peter to pay Paul. And why is that the case? Well, the truth is, even though the potential to make money is out there and is currently our reality, a lot of people don't manifest that in their lives, and it becomes very challenging. And the reason why they're missing this one little piece that is associated with the law of attraction. So if you truly want to attract wealth and abundance in your life, you have to understand how the law of attraction works, but then you also have to understand how to actually apply it so that you get the results that you're looking for. So how can you actually do this? How can you actually take the law of attraction, this principle, and make it work for you? The first thing you got to realize is the power of expectation. This is where 99% of people get it wrong. They think the law of attraction is all about thinking positive things, and then those positive things are just going to somehow come into your life. Not saying that it's not impossible, but you don't want to rely on that, because you're missing a whole big chunk of how the law operates. See, when you think these positive thoughts and you set your mind on a goal, or you set your mind on an outcome that you want, you are putting that out there into the universe. You're putting your frequency out there, and yes, you do open the channels and opportunities for that to happen and for that to come into your life. However, you have to also be able to receive that. And remember too as well, this happens for good things as well as bad things, which is why worry is such a problem. Like, even God tells us not to worry, don't be anxious for anything, because this power can work for good and for evil. And worry is exactly the same as the law of attraction. It's just focusing on the negative aspects of things that you want in your life instead of the positive things that you actually want. But if you worry a lot about something, a lot of people can testify that that thing actually ends up happening. And that's the catch-22 about this thing. But we're focusing on positive, we're focusing on what exactly do we want that we actually want in our lives, and not the negative things. So if we want these positive aspects in our lives, the first thing we have to make sure that we're doing is setting our expectations correctly, because it's our expectations that are going to dictate how we think, and how we think is going to dictate how we feel, and how we feel is going to dictate the actions that we take in order to actually receive those good things that we want, that the law of attraction starts to put into motion. Positive expectations lead to positive effects in our lives, and negative expectations lead to negative effects in our lives. A simple example of this can be if you want to start a business. There's two ways that you can think about starting a business. You can have a negative aspect of it, which is, oh, I can't start a business because I don't have enough experience, or I need to go get an MBA in order to be qualified to start a business, or I'm never going to make any sales. I don't know how to get clients. I don't know how to sell to a customer. What happens if I go bankrupt? All those negative things that you're thinking about, those expectations that you're setting for yourself, is going to then keep you from actually taking the action of starting the business. Because why would you? Why would you start something where you have all these negative potential outcomes floating in your mind and you're focusing on that? Whereas we have the flip side of things, which is the positive expectation. Same person, same goal, but different expectation. They have a positive expectation, which is, I might not know how to start a business, but I'm going to figure it out. Or opportunities are going to open up as I continue to work on the business. God is going to send the right people to me. God is going to open up opportunities. I don't need an MBA to start a business, because there have been thousands of other entrepreneurs that have launched very successful businesses without an MBA, without any degree at all, let alone an MBA. So when you're focusing on these positive aspects and positive expectations, that fuels you and fuels how you feel about the situation, and then ultimately it's going to fuel you and your actions to then take the steps that you need to do in order to actually start that business and open up the opportunity to be successful in that business, versus focusing on the negative stuff and not taking action. The same thing can apply for when you're trying to lose weight. If you're trying to make sales calls, right? If you're trying to lose weight, you can think about, oh, it's gonna suck being on a diet. It's gonna suck being in the gym, and the pain that's gonna happen when you are stressing out your muscles. You're gonna be tired, you're gonna be exhausted. All those negative aspects that you're thinking are gonna keep you from waking up at 6 a.m. in the morning to go to the gym, because why would you? Versus thinking on the positive expectations of things, which is the body that you're gonna have, the health increase that you're gonna have, the ability to be able to be more energetic and flexible and to have longevity. When you're focusing on those kinds of things, that's gonna energize you to actually wanna get up and go to the gym, and be able to do that consistently enough until you build the habit to where it's just part of your nature and you're wired to do that to begin with. This is the biggest single mistake that people make when it comes to the law of attraction and it not working for them. All right, Gabe, so I get it. Expectations, super important. How do I go about setting my expectations right when it comes to actually creating the life that I want and attracting the things that I want into my life, the positive things that I want into my life? So this takes 3 steps. The first step is that you want to take inventory of your expectations. What that means is whatever you're not measuring or tracking, you cannot successfully improve. And in order to actually improve, you have to know where you're starting from in the first place. So you have to really take a serious, conscious look at the expectations that you have for yourself and for the things that you want in your life, and really be real with yourself and honest with yourself about how you think about those things currently in this time period. Really sit down and ask yourself, what do I really expect for things to happen in all these areas of my life? What do I expect to happen in my business? What do I expect to happen in my career, in my job? What do I expect to happen in my relationships? You really want to take an inventory of yourself and the thoughts that you're thinking. Are you constantly thinking negative about it? Are you constantly beating yourself up about things? If you're constantly doing that, then you know right then and there that's where you need to start. Now, don't condone yourself. Don't beat yourself up. This is just for pure observation. So if you're sitting there like, dang, I really know I think about negative things a lot about most of my life, that's okay. The purpose, though, is to recognize that and then start to be intentional about changing those thoughts. So the second thing you want to do is change your anxious apprehensions to joyful anticipation. This goes back to my earlier example of working out in the gym. Instead of having a anxious apprehension about the gym, you want to switch that to joyous anticipation. And this takes some work, but it's not really as hard as you may think it is. Focus on the positive aspect of what you're going to actually gain if you continue to do your workouts and you stick with it. And you want to use this in every aspect of your life. The more you can replace the worry and the anxious thoughts and anticipation of things that you don't want to happen, even if it's as simple as waking up on a Monday morning and you know you gotta go to work. And most of us dread that moment where it's like, the weekend is over, now we gotta, resume back to our regular scheduled program. Being intentional and shifting your mindset into I have to go to work into now I get to go to work. Shifting that expectation to a more positive light is going to be the first step to be able to help you shift the law of attraction into your favor. The third and final step is you really want to take conscious action. You really want to be deliberate about this whole process. Be crystal clear and conscious about your expectations, and not only that, you want to state them verbally. There's so much power in our words. Even the Bible says the life and death, it's in the power of the tongue. So not only do you want to keep this stuff in your mind and think about what you want positively, but then you want to also verbalize that. It could be as simple as you have a goal in your business. Instead of thinking, I want my business to be making $10,000 a month by the end of this month, you verbalize it and you say what you want in the present tense. You say it as if it is already happened. So I'm so happy and so grateful that it's now September 1st, the end of the summer, and my business is making $10,000 a month residually. And you want to repeat that to yourself and you want to verbalize that to yourself, because when you put that out there, your words have power. A lot of people underestimate the power of your words, but really when you do this and you put this into practice and you align your thoughts, you align your expectations, and you align your words along with your feelings and your actions, everything lines up to be able to bring that reality into existence and help you to experience what exactly you want to actually achieve when it comes to the law of attraction. So that's it for this video and the law of attraction. Remember, the law of attraction, it's more than just thinking your thoughts and hoping that they come into your life. That's part of it. That's the first step. So if you got that locked down, great. The next thing is actually taking the action that you need in order for those things to manifest really in your life in the material world. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you got some value from it. If you thought this video was helpful, I'd appreciate you give it a like. It helps the video and the channel grow, as well as share this out with anybody that you think will get value from it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel about more videos and content about wealth building and creating the life that you want. Finally, always remember, you only live once, so make it count. I'll catch you on the next video.